This is Dix Bruce, and we're talking with my good pal Jeremy Cohen about our new book and 2 CD set called Swing Jazz Violin with Hot Club Rhythm. Jeremy, can we talk a little bit about the set?
The book is a system for violin players in particular to be able to learn the melodies of certain famous swing tunes and also be able to work out solos. We have some written solos as a jumping point, and also some discussion in the book of how people might craft their own solos based on these songs. And so it's a technique for improvisation, and it gives a few basic steps to help people get from just learning to play the melody of a song to actually being able to play freely and improvise on them.
What level of violinist is it aimed at?
Well, I think that this book is aimed at a medium level. In other words, if you're beginning and you're still figuring out how to get sound out of the instrument, it may be a little tough for you. But I think once you can read notes and simple melodies, I think this would be a useful book, because the melodies that we have in the song are not complicated. They're pretty well-known melodies that people can sing or play fairly easily. The improvisations are also, I would say, medium level. I'd like to demonstrate how I can combine the melody line and the solo line in Chic of Araby to be one thing. So here it is, Chic of Araby. And just by changing a few little rhythms in order to accommodate jumping from line to line, you develop a whole new part.
The Chic of Araby. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Did you aim the book at any particular style of violinist or fiddler?
I would say that any fiddle player or violin player, whether they're classically trained or any other way for that matter, this book would apply to them, because these are American tunes, and it doesn't imply that you have to be one kind of a violin player or another kind to play it.
What do we hear on the CD? What's the format?
Well, when you put in the CD, the first thing you're going to hear, of course, is a tuning note. And after that, we'll listen to the first track, and what we'll hear is the violin melody of the song played at a practice tempo. And then the next track you'll hear is that same track played at the normal song tempo. That's the speed you're going to want to get it up to. And at that point, the next track we have is that information, the violin information, but with what Dix likes to call backup tracks, which is your band accompaniment to those songs, both at the slow tempo and then at the normal song tempo.
I think that band track can be really useful because you can use it as your band and you can practice with it for hours. You can play the melodies from the book or the solos from the book, or you can work on your own improvisations. I think that's a real useful thing.
Yeah, well, the backup tracks are very, very useful for that because you can stop them and start them. And you can also, you'll hear a number of the choruses pass by, and you get the opportunity to practice your solo and practice your improvisation and keep on playing. Because a lot of the tricky part about this is playing through your mistakes. You know, mistakes are not bad, but you want to learn from them, and you want to keep on playing. You want to pick up and keep moving. You don't want to have to stop the track or stop the band for that matter. So the fact that these band tracks are so long, I think, is a real useful tool.
The book includes that old Russian-tinged traditional song called Dark Eyes, and you do it in both the traditional 3/4 setting and a 4/4 hot swing setting. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Well, sure. Dark Eyes is one of those tunes that can be played either way, either in waltz time or in 4/4. And it's also really has found its way into the gypsy literature because it's a very Eastern European sounding song based on its melody. It is an old Russian melody that was adopted by the jazz players. And so it can be played a number of ways, and we demonstrate it both ways in the book. So the accompaniment that you hear on the backup tracks is going to really give us either a gypsy jazz swing feel or a definite waltz feeling in the piece.
1, 2, 3, 2.